Hey everyone, here's a Pro Tools demo I made just to demonstrate the importance of phase. Um, this is a 500 hertz sine wave that obviously we're real zoomed in on it. If this is doing this 500 times in a second, let's zoom out and see. This is elapsed time up top here. So I think I've got about 40 seconds of this, um, maybe just a little over that. You can see it's 40 seconds and change. So that means at the 1 second mark, which is right here, see if we can zoom in a little more. At 1 second, this wave is cycling 500 times. You still can't even tell it's a sine wave until we zoom in. Let's cut that by a tenth and see at a tenth of a second, which would be right here. We'll zoom in some more. So here's 1/10 of a second right here. At a tenth of a second, that's 50 cycles, right? 1/10 of a 500 hertz wave. Let's zoom in again. Let's take that down another, we'll divide by 10 and go to 1/100th of a second. So now, if we look there, you can see a 500 hertz wave 500 times in a second at 1/100th of a second. That's 1/100th of 500. So this wave will cycle 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exactly 5 times it'll be at 100th of a second. Just wanted to point that out while we've got a handy sine wave here. But we want to talk about phase in this demo. So as you can hear, this wave sounds like this. Let's make another one just like it. We're going to click on the name here and hit track, duplicate, leave all the boxes checked, and there's another one. So I'm going to mute this bottom one. Here's the top one. Here's the bottom one. Here's both together. Louder, right? But suppose we take that bottom one and slide it over so that as the top one is just about halfway through its cycle, the bottom one is just getting started. I'm kind of eyeballing this, but it's right about, that's pretty close. So let's see what that sounds like. Again, here's just the top. Here's the bottom. But together, and you can still hear a little bit of it because I don't have this completely, I'm not zoomed in that far to really get it completely canceled out. There's another way to do it though. We can put this bottom one back in sync with the top, and Pro Tools has a feature called invert, as in invert the phase or invert the polarity of a track. So we're going to take this bottom one, go to Audio Suite, Other, and Invert. That means invert the polarity or the phase of a file. And now you'll see the bottom track is going into its trough as the top one is going into its peak. All right, they're completely opposite of each other. One more time. Here's the top file only. Here's the bottom one only. And here's the two of them together. Completely canceling each out. I mean, they're both pushing air out right now, but in opposite polarity to each other, so your ears can't hear it. Pretty cool stuff, and that's why phase is so important to understand when you've got more than one audio signal going on.